Good afternoon. My name is Mike Cronin. I'm the Director of Public Facilities. Today, I'd like to discuss and present to you Article 24, which is the Lexington High School Feasibility Study. Who is the MSBA? The MSBA is the Massachusetts School Building Authority, a state agency who works with local communities to create affordable, sustainable, and energy-efficient schools. This grant program is funded through the state's 6.25% sales tax. As an example, they help to offset the cost for the Hastings Elementary School by about 30%. So having their involvement in the high school is substantial. The MSBA's process is broken down into modules. The first step is the submission of the statement of interest. When the community is voted into the eligibility period, one task to complete is the feasibility study agreement. Some history. In 2019, the superintendent of the Lexington Public Schools, with the approval of the school committee and the select board, submitted a core program statement of interest, or an SOI, to the MSBA. The SOI articulated that the school's current facility is no longer adequate to support the current population of students or the educational program. The MSBA's process. So in 2019, after the submission of the SOI, the MSBA's executive committee conducted an on-site evaluation and a walkthrough of the high school. The MSBA uses a prioritization process to equitably fund projects, and many districts wait a number of years before receiving approval. In December of 2019, the MSBA informed the superintendent that the SOI for Lexington High School would not be invited into the eligibility period. Lexington was told that it was very close and should resubmit an SOI the following year. In April of 2020, the superintendent again submitted an SOI for the high school. Due to COVID-19, the MSBA has delayed their notification and anticipates recommendations into the eligibility period at a spring or summer board of directors meeting in 2021. The eligibility period. This diagram shows the flow of what happens during the module called eligibility period. The first block here is where the board of directors authorizes and votes an invitation for the community into the eligibility period. The next block is the initial compliance certification. So there's 30 days that they allow in order for us to get that certification to them. In the first 60 days, they expect us to formulate a school building committee, names and responsibilities. Within 90 days, the educational profile. And this is a questionnaire that helps further inform the MSBA's understanding of the district's current and proposed facilities, teaching methodologies, grade configuration, and program offerings. In addition, they also want to see an online enrollment projection. By 180 days, they want to see all of our maintenance documentations and our protocols for that, and to certify enrollment. And lastly, by 270 days, there is a local authorization of funding, including submitting votes and the signature for the FSA. This is the component we're talking about today. This slide is the definitions for the previous slide, including the initial compliance certificate, school building committee, etc. Article 24 is a request to appropriate $1,825,000 to fund the feasibility study for the Lexington High School. Thank you for your consideration.